Good morning. It's a second day of Tennessee season. I was shocked that nobody was in the parking lot this morning. I'm up on a ridge and I'm in the timber, which is great. I've got some private land to my east with an ag field, and then just some good cedar thickets with some good mowed areas here to the west. So I'm just sitting here listening right now. Got about 15 minutes till legal light. Haven't heard anything yet, so we're just gonna sit tight and see what happens this morning. I did hear one gobble behind me on private. It was a lot further than these ones though. There were two on public. So just gonna sit here and be patient. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Yes! Day 2. Thank you, buddy. I don't even know if any of that was on camera. He was in the frame for sure. We'll get him set up here, and God, it's so pretty. He put on a show for me. God, I love this stuff, man. Big old rope on him. He's got good spurs. I'd say he's at least a 3-year-old. If y'all can gauge that, I'll show you here in a minute what he looks like. But you know, I'm not much of a cigar man, but oh crap, I am covered up in ants, y'all. Holy crap. Hold up. Hold up. Ow! Ow! That's a bad spot. Well, let that be a lesson to everybody. Make sure you check where you're going to set up for ants, because that was not fun. So I set up. I didn't want to walk up here to the top of this hill because I thought he would have seen me. So I just set up my decoy literally about 10 feet in front of me, just in case he'd peek over. Hopefully he'd see that and not me. And after about 20 minutes of gobbling, after hammering, he finally pitched down, and he did his little cruise walk. So he did his little cruise walk in his happy spot. And I was thinking, well, maybe I need to get closer. And then I remember all the times I failed in the past by doing that. So I was like, nope, just sit, be quiet. You've called to him, he's answered. Just rake some leaves every once in a while and let him come. So that's what I did. And literally, as you saw in the video, about 30 minutes later, he popped his head up just over the hill and gobbled about 50 yards in front of me. And I don't think he saw the decoy then, but he kind of went back down a little bit, and they started cruising from my right, or from my left to my right, and I could see just the top of his tail fan. And he gobbled a couple more times, and I could tell he was getting a little further away, so I yelped to him, just real lightly off this direction, and he gobbled a couple more times facing me, and I was like, okay, man, that's it, no more. Just let him come. He knows you're here. So he was coming up over this hill on the back, and I could see him pop and strut. He kept popping strut. I couldn't hear any spitting and drumming. I guess I'm not tuned to that, but he was about 50 yards from me still. He popped his head up, he saw my decoy, and I eventually thought if I would have sat and waited, he would have probably seen me too. So I went ahead and popped it, took the safety off and let it go. And as you can see, he didn't even flop, man. So, as I was saying before, if I was a cigar guy, which I'm not, this would be the time to have one. Thanks to old Mr. Pinhoti himself. It's a pretty cool tradition. He's got a nice paintbrush for a beard. He's actually got a double. So he's got a little tiny guy right above it. And then his spurs, look at those. Inch long. That's definitely my best bird to date. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. It's 9:40. I got him checked in. Done sat on a pile of ants. So I guess that's my message for the day, is to don't sit on any ant piles that aren't obvious, because there was no ant hill there, but I got covered up and they started biting me. So yeah.